RK's Guyana Free Media presents for human development and national development this message.
In the name of God Almighty, the most gracious, the most merciful, dearest friends and families of Guyana, dearest friends and families around the world. Welcome to another in the series of elections update and an appeal to the human conscience and the power brokers, as the case may be. The problem continues. Everyone believing that they are right. Some in mass manipulation and trickery. Some in downright thievery. But I wish to appeal to the conscience of our power brokers and to humanity involved. We know that the world over that judges have been called for. We know that the world over, for example, right in the United States of America, the powers that be always try to get judges that are sentimental to their philosophies and their thoughts. We know that the judges around the world, Europe, Russia, Guyana, the West Indies, the Caribbean, some of whom are known to have been questionable and corrupted. Similar in the magistracy. Corruption and priority for politics and race is a reality in life. We have seen in the United States of America where one judge was actually working for private prisons and he was sentencing juveniles to long-term imprisonment so that that prison to whom he is affiliated could make more money and he will get his cut. This is some of the realities of life. I hate to think that some of this exists in Guyana, but my understanding is, now today it's easy to study. It is not a big deal to do any kind of a particular study. If you want basic information, then you have Google. Godfather Google will tell you almost anything. You can ask for corruption in magistracy around the world, corruption of judges around the world, and so on and so on and so on. And also, corruption involves taking money, but there are also justice delivered by deceit. And there are many honorable, good, great judges who will not interfere with their name and their honor and their dignity and their persona. So, why am I sending out this message here today? Is because I'm seeing certain people are manipulating the system to try to get particular kinds of judges who might render verdicts to suit them. It's a sad state of affairs. And I guess friends and families, brothers and sisters, that it is a reality of life, a misfortune of being a human, a sadness, yet a power and a strength that God has given into us, the power of thought, that terrible, deadly power to be godlike in order to choose, to make a choice, which no other animals have. Nothing in creation ever have that power except man. And so with this power, we could deliver the best of jurisprudence. And we can be the worst in the delivery of justice. And we could destroy our legacy. And we can put our children to mockery because we choose to do evil and wrong things. And for perpetuity, children and family will be mocked at. I sometimes wonder, when people do wrong, friends and families, ladies and gentlemen, and I am of the opinion that Jacob is in the wrong. And if we do wrong, how can they sit down and eat? How can these guys go to bed and wake in the morning and look themselves in the mirror? How can they look at their families and their friends? And I'm pretty sure not all of them will agree with skullduggery and manipulation and thievery. The other important thing that I want to call for here is that for as long as Guyana exists, and these two major political forces, one of them enshrined in power, there will always be some kind of favoritism for their friends, for their finances, because we've seen people giving away hundreds of thousands of acres of land for friends and family and supporters, and the ordinary man can't get a piece of land for a simple little house. And then fake will be put out at election time, which will build a couple of what I refer to as jokey houses to fool the electorate, but they will give their friends and families all the opportunities, all the lands, the seabeds, the forests and jungles, rental of property that should be $1,500 US for $25,000 US per month, or 12 and 15,000 US per month, in order for it to be a kind of a payback for those who have poured money into politicians' coffers, personal coffers, and into party coffers. I want to tell you, I know for a fact that I am a fair guy, and because of this fairness, I get blows from both sides. Because I really don't care who wins the election. I don't honorably and decently I'm speaking. I don't care who wins. All I'm begging for is good governance and justice. And don't give away the assets of the nation to your friends and families and to your donors who donated to your party coffers to win an election. They do that from the goodness of their heart. That does not mean that we have to pour the country down their throat. But the fact remains, and a lot of people are now talking about it, and President, he still is President, David Arthur Granger, Dr. Barra Jagdeo, the leader of the opposition, Irfan Ali, they refer to him now as President-elect. Whatever is happening, you all would know that I've been trying for decades to bring about universal harmony in our country. And this universal harmony, I realize, and my colleague, Reverend Dr. Ronald McGarrell of the Universal Peace Federation, we know that this can only come about if the two powerhouses can unite. When the two could come together for the sake of Guyana first, for the sake of dignity and honor, respectability and love, and true uniting of the hearts, of the minds, and the souls of our people. It will be something extraordinary and exemplary, and it will only come about if these two political powerhouses can sit and stop trying to manipulate each other so one will walk away. I've seen in the previous time when one doctor of the Office of the President was going to discuss with the opposition then, which was the PNC, as they started the discussion, he made it quite clear that we are not talking on the same footing. We are speaking at different levels of strength and power. The exact words I can't recall, but words to that effect. Which means they were not there really for true negotiation to bring about peace, but want to let the PNC know that we are here on the standing of government and power and majority in parliament. And so that hurt the guys then. And those of the PNC got up and walked out. I'm telling you, people who think that I am biased. You think I'm biased, but I'm telling you the truth. When I speak on behalf of what is right and proper and against GCOM, people believe I am biased for race and politics. If I speak on something on the right of the opposition, still the opposition, the PPPC, the other side believe I am biased for them. And I will speak, excuse me, on a point for the PNC or the APNU, the PPPC think I'm biased for them. So people like me got caught in the middle, and another man like me, a man like Christopher Ram, I cannot class to their intellectual capacity, but I, as a layman, I try. Jerry Govaya, and so on. We are the people who will always, men also, sorry, but men also like Joseph Singh, retired Brigadier Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces, Norman MacLean, and so forth. We will always stand for what is right and good, but we will always be persecuted and prosecuted with venom and hate from both sides, because we stay in the middle and we will speak for either side, which is right. But first of all, them, those guys, the names I call, and myself, we stand for Guyana first. And so I'm calling, using this opportunity, this medium, to call upon the government of Guyana, still the government, or the president, at least the government has dissolved actually after the elections, but the president still stands as president, and the opposition leader, and now Irfan Ali, referred to as by his people as president-elect, that we need to find the nexus, the common ground. And I am always optimistic, no matter how much you guys, political powerhouses, play with the minds of the people, or how much you try to manipulate the people, how much money is paid for people to protest and misbehave, or how much some might consume alcohol, as we saw up in the Berbice area, where people drink alcohol and put on the PPP outfit and misbehave and hurt the police, and one of them had to be shot, and so on. I will understand those guys in Berbice were wrong. Right? So they were wrong. They were very wrong. And those guys in Georgetown who was humiliating me and Jerry Govaya and the others and other observers and the international observers being paid and being signaled, that's bad. It shows an immaturity and a despotism. And a despotism, which is going to poison the minds of our people and which will be hard for them to overcome in the future. We need to eliminate this poison. We need to eliminate this white politicians. We need to think of our country and our people. And we need to come to an understanding by which we could have shared governance, by which a part of the time you could have the APNU leading the government, and a part of the time you can have the PPPC leading the government. Something extraordinary could happen in which we could exemplify ourselves and amplify ourselves to the world, the outer world out there, and create an example of maturity and goodwill. We have got to save Guyana, people. And for you on the PPP supporters, and you on the side of the APNU supporters, don't allow yourselves to be used. Don't allow yourselves to be used because of ethnic priority, because of political love for anybody. It's incredible to see usually intelligent people speaking nonsense and trash on both sides because of their maniacal love for their political parties. Well, all you guys, if you're looking for Roshan Khan to be a maniac, you won't get him. If you want Roshan Khan to be a judge, or a fair commentator, or a professional service provider, or a professional counsel, well, you got it. You got it. That is me. So, with this message for unity, goodwill, love and harmony and sense, your friend, your brother, Haji Dr. Roshan Khan, for love and harmony and goodwill in our land and peace, saying, farewell, friends.